Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this awesome modern cube house. And before we get started, I want to show you the inside because I really like how it's laid out. So to begin, we walk through the front door, as you might have guessed. The first room we have, I've decided to turn it into a little lobby / library. It's very cozy in here. The way that we get up the house is we climb up this ladder right here, and it actually takes us onto the roof of the room that we were just in. You could have a garden out here if you'd like. We walk into this room right here, which is a little bit more utilitarian. And not only does this room have two options, but it also has a nice little balcony as well that you can look out at all of your stuff. Oh look, a wither storm. Well, if we come back in here, we can either go up into the main room of the house, the biggest room, or we can come up into this handy little bedroom right here. I really like this room. It's right on the front of the house. So let's come all the way back down here and I'll show you the final room. This is like the loft area. Oh, and by the way, you can also access the roof of this particular part of the house as well, which you could once again use for farming or whatever it is you want. But coming all the way up to the penthouse, if you like, we have, you know, a few more things. We have an ender chest, we have a set of armor, loads and loads of chests with valuables, and, you know, that sort of stuff. Like I said, I really like how the house is laid out, so I just wanted to show you that. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. It helps me and the channel out so much you have no idea. And also, if you enjoy modern houses, then please check out the modern house tutorial playlist. That's easily found in the card system and the description below. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, I should let you know that to make the house, you'll need roughly a 14 block by a 13 block area. That is 14 blocks going from left to right and a 13 block area going from front to back. Just do a 15 by 15 block area and honestly, then you'll be very, very safe. Or, if you want to be precise, do this. We also need all of these materials that you can see in my hotbar right now. I don't think I've forgotten any, but I'm so clumsy and forgetful that I hope that I've not forgotten anything, but it is a possibility. Once you have all of these, pause the video if necessary. Also pause the video if you want to make this grid in your world. And once you've done all of those things, we can begin. So we're going to begin by coming to the bottom front left hand corner of my grid. And I'm going to count to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And on top of this block, I'm going to stack 4 grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. I then want to go to the right of that 4th concrete by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to connect that down to the ground. What I then want to do is I want to take all of these blocks, all of the grey blocks, and I want to extend them backwards all by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to extend every single block backwards. So all the ones on the top, the side that we've just done, and the remaining side once I've just finished filling in the top as well. Just like that. It's not really necessary that at the moment we fill that in. It should be fine like that. Also, it's good to point out that there will be an entrance right here. I actually don't have a door. It turns out that I have forgotten a material. I don't know how, but there's going to be an entrance right here. It's going to be 1 block inwards right in the middle. So position somewhere around there. I'm also going to place grey concrete all the way around the entrance. I did also consider to myself that glass might look good as well, but I went with the grey. On the left hand side of the house, so beginning with the very first grey block that we placed, we want to, from this block, move backwards by 2. 1, 2. Going left of this block, place 5 quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn the 5th slab into a block and place 6 quartz blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go right of that 6th block by 8 using slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. turn the 8th block into the 8th slab into a block, and then connect it downwards to the grey concrete square that we placed earlier. Like that. We then want to take the quartz blocks in each one of the, well, we only have three corners that we have, and we want to extend them backwards all by 8 using quartz slabs. We'll start with this bottom one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gonna turn that 8th slab into a block, extend it upwards until it is equal in height to the front. It's very important. Then I'm going to connect it to the front using quartz slabs, like that. Then I want to take that same block that I just extended to the front, and I want to extend it across the build, and I want to be able to connect it all the way to the front again. We're looking to make a series of cubes, hence the modern cube house. I'm also going to take this block and extend it down by 1 to form a block instead of a slab. I'm going to extend that down to the ground using quartz blocks. Then I'm going to place a row of quartz slabs connecting the bottom together at the back, like that. And I also want to take this block in particular and extend it forwards until it is just nicely covered up by the grey concrete. Then we want to place oak wood planks behind all of the quartz slabs. So if you imagine it like this, you just place oak wood planks all the way around the inside of the quartz slabs, like that. You want to do that at the bottom and also the top. It will result in basically a nice big square shape in every case. So you should end up with, loads of oak wood squares, like that. You also want to connect them together in the corners, top to bottom. So where you have the rows of quartz blocks in the corners, you also want to, where possible, and I do say where possible, place the oak wood planks as well. So from the outside, it will look like this, which is a really good look. I really like how that looks. Okay. So now that you have that bit conquered, we can move on to the next bit. You might also want to just fill the roof of this in using oak wood planks as well. We're not going to add any glass to the sides yet because we will have to delete part of the cubes. So that's what we want to have. Just fill in the roof with oak wood planks and you should be mostly fine. I don't think we have to delete much or any of that. You want to come to the back right hand corner of the build. Right here, opposite where the entrance is. From this top, back, right-hand corner block, we want to move to the right by 2. 1, 2. And move inwards by 1. And place 5 block of quartz coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Place 8 quartz slabs going left of that 5th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn the 8th slab into a block and extend downwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then connect back using quartz slabs to the right. You should be able to connect to the oak wood planks. So what we want to have should look like this. We now want to take the 3 corners of this square and we want to extend them towards us by 8 using quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'm going to turn this into a quartz block, extend it upwards, and I want to be able to connect it back to the corner block at the top. And I can take this quartz block here and I can extend it left using slabs like this. I can equal the height and position of this quartz block right here, and I can connect it backwards. I can also turn this quartz slab here into a solid block, and then I can extend it downwards until it is equal to the row on the right hand side. So I can extend that down, and then I can extend it to the right using quartz slabs like this. Then I'm going to place a quartz quartz slab here moving backwards, but I know that this is going to be filled in with glass later. So I don't want to just place, that going all the way back. But we should have something which should look like this. The next objective for us is going to be to place a layer of oak wood planks all the way around the inside of the build. So behind all of the quartz slabs, we want to be able to place oak wood planks like this. So at the bottom, we'll also want to be able to place oak wood planks in the corners as well, moving upwards like this, and going all the way around the top. So all the way around the top, and also in the corners, connecting from top to bottom. So here, and also here, the same way that we did with the other cube. And we'll have something which should look like this. Okay? Now, from the front, that looks kind of bad. So in a few situations, we will alter the shape of this. So for instance, we will destroy this quartz block here, this quartz slab, and this quartz block, and we will replace those with the oak wood planks that we might be able to see otherwise. So from the front, it looks a lot better, don't you think? We'll also delete this row of quartz slab right here, so that we can fill in the bottom of this cube and give it a floor like this, like that. So that looks a little bit better. And oh, we also have to connect this corner together as well in the right hand side. So you can see how we will have to edit these things to just to make it look a little bit better. Okay. We're going to add one row of black glass inside the left-hand side of this cube. So on the front, we want to add a row of black glass like this, in that position. Very important that it's there. We then want to take our row of black glass, and starting from the bottom of the black glass, so the first glass, we want to move upwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're on the first glass from the top. Place 3 grey concrete coming outwards. 1, 2, 3. Move left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also move backwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we want to extend this fifth block to the right and connect it to the front of the build. We also want to take that block and extend it down to where it would connect to the roof of this build. We also want to take the front corners and connect them to each other, top to bottom. We also want to create, from this corner, we want to take this corner, extend it backwards and up so that it connects in a cube-like fashion. We also want to take this particular corner of the cube and extend it inwards until it would theoretically connect to the previous cube just below it. Now, we want to fill in the top of this with glass, because I don't think that changes. We're just going to fill the top of this in using glass. We want to fill the bottom of this cube in using grey concrete. Be very safe about this. Only place the grey concrete where you know it's not going to cause any obstructions or interruptions. I might even place a row of grey here and here. And I might even place grey here. I might extend it inwards and connect it to the actual, I've extend the grey inwards and connect it like this. I'm going to delete this glass and I'm going to place grey. And I'm also going to delete the corner of the white cube. I'm going to delete this corner that sits inside of the grey cube. So any blocks that would obstruct the grey, I've deleted. And I'm going to replace these using black glass, like this. So I'm going to make the back black glass. Actually, I'll tell you what might be easier, right? If we make the back grey, that might be a bit better. So I'll make the back grey, like this. I think it'll look better too. And I'll make this side here. This can be glass. This right-hand side. The front is obviously going to be glass because it'll look good. It'll look good as glass. Because it's nice to be able to see in it. And the left-hand side I will also make glass as well. Just like that. That looks pretty good. So far we have something which should look exactly like that. You see, it looks quite good, doesn't it, like that? I actually really like that. But what this also means is that we can fill the previous cube in with glass. So you can fill the front in with glass, although we are going to have to add a balcony as well. But you can fill the right-hand side and the back also in with glass. And we can devise a way that we're going to be climbing up the cube as well. Although I might leave that until last, so that we can do it all in one go. So the back is also going to be filled in with glass too. Just the back side, like that. I'm going to fill the top of this part of the cube. I'm going to fill the top of it in using oak wood planks, because it's nice to have a solid surface, like this. The inside part here, on the inside, I'm going to fill in using black stained glass block, like that. Alternatively, you could have a solid wall, but I can't. You know what? It might actually be better with a solid wall now that I've filled it in with glass, because there's going to be stuff like ladders and stuff placed on this wall. I do apologize. Yeah, it really is better that we keep this oak wood planks more than anything else, like that. But what we can definitely do is we can take the bottom cube, the entrance cube, and we can turn it into glass. So we can take the left, back, right-hand side, and even the front. I forgot, we've got a little bit on the front. We can turn all of this into glass. We do have one more part of the cube to make in terms of like rooms and stuff, but this is coming along very nicely here. So if you've made this like me, you'll notice that you actually have a gap in your cube. If you place a row of grey concrete in that position, then that should remedy the situation. If you come inside, it might even look a bit better perhaps. Here, might look a bit better to add another row of grey like this. It's kind of up to you how you want to have it. Maybe even delete this row so it's a bit more open. There's lots of options, but I'm also going to fill this part in here using black glass. Yeah, that's going to look good. So you can see so far we're cracking along nicely. That looks really good. This is definitely one of my favorite modern houses. We have one part left to make, so it should be quite easy to find this part. Come all the way up to the top of the house and work your way to the back right hand corner of the grey cube. So you're looking for this block specifically. Move towards the front by 1. This is the starting point. On top of this block, place yourself 5 quartz blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And extend that 5th block to the left by 8 using quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn that into a solid block and extend downwards by, I do believe, what is the number? It's 6 using quartz blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can extend that block to the right using quartz slabs like that. So that'll connect there. But now we have kind of like a frame. So if you make your way to the back here, we want to take the 3 corners and extend them backwards each by 8 using quartz slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. We then want to turn that into a solid block and extend it upwards using block of quartz. We then want to connect it to the front using quartz slabs. But we also want to extend that block across the back and connect it to the front of the cube house as well. Turn this corner block into a solid quartz block and then extend downwards. You want to extend down as far as all of the other rows before it, and then connect it together at the bottom using quartz slabs. I'm sure that you guys will have already figured out how to do all of this. We then want to place oak wood planks inside of the quartz slabs. So all the way around the bottom, place yourself some oak wood planks. You can even fill in the bottom of this particular part of the cube as well. You can fill it in using oak wood slabs that will actually look, it'll not only look better, obviously, because you don't want any holes in it, but we also need a floor, so it also, you know, it works in two ways. We're going to place oak wood planks all the way around the top of the cube, like this, and connect the planks downwards in the corners. So, like this, and here, and, well, it would be in this corner, but I'll tell you what, I'll delete this block, and this, and that should be fine, actually, and I'll place a row of oak wood planks here. We might have to delete some more blocks. I'm definitely going to delete... Am I going to delete them? Huh. I kind of like how that looks on the side, so I'm not going to delete those blocks. But I'm definitely going to place a corner of oak wood planks here. So now we have like a frame, okay? Then I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe. Let's see how this looks. So, maybe do have the grey concrete. Delete that block, have it grey, and then let's see how it looks using some glass. So let's fill in the front of that using glass. I don't mind there being a bit of grey in here, to be honest. It depends how it looks from the front. Like, does that look good? Yeah, that does look good. I do like that. So we'll leave that as it is. The right hand side, gonna fill in with glass. Back side, gonna fill in with glass. Left hand side, gonna fill in with glass. Also the top, I didn't realize that the top has to be filled in. Yeah, the top I'm going to fill in with glass because that is as high as this house is going, or at least for my version. You guys could, you know, extend it and expand it and whatever. But yeah, this version is only going this high. So I'm going to fill the top of this in with glass to create like a really cool glass room. Lots of light. It probably won't need lighting with external sources, except for the fact that, well, nighttime is a problem. But yeah, that's how the house looks so far, guys. Now, we are missing a couple of things, though. So that's what the house looks like right now. It's looking really good. Let's add a couple more things to make it look a little bit nicer. So, let's see. We want to take this middle cube here, right? So we've got three. We want to take this middle cube here, and we want to create a balcony. So the balcony is very simple. I'm going to knock out these two middle bottom glass blocks here. This is going to be the entrance. And I want to destroy a frame around it. So I want to destroy all the blocks around it and replace them using grey concrete. Like that. So it's very clear that it's like an entrance out. I'm going to place 2 rows of quartz slabs in front of the entrance. 1 row and 2 row. And then extend them left and right as well to create like a nice little bit of a balcony. And I'm just going to place oak fence around the balcony, just so that you can like see out. And it also breaks the house up a little bit because it looks a bit more interesting than just a flat face of a cube. Up to you whether you do it. Let's devise how we're going to get around the house now, okay? Because it's kind of a concern of mine. So, the entrance is obviously down here at the bottom, right? The entrance is easy. We have to be able to make our way up to the second floor. So, I'm going to grab the ladders. And how do I want to do this? Well, I'll turn this wall right here. I'm going to turn this into oak wood planks. I'm going to turn this interior wall into oak wood planks. Now, there are many ways of doing this. You don't have to have this wall be oak wood planks, but I kinda like this wall being oak wood planks, so it's a nice solid wall. I'm going to have a row of ladders moving upwards from about here. I want to destroy up onto the second floor. So, like this. Now that we have a row of ladders, we're now up on the second floor, you know, somewhere about here. It's fine. It doesn't matter too much, I don't think, where you pop out. I'm going to destroy into the second cube in about this position. Right here. Okay? We also want to be able to get 2 places. First place, we want to be able to get up into this room here. So we have to delete these blocks, this block, that block, and then you're fine. So, you know, a row of ladders in about this position, maybe place some grey concrete here just to separate it a little bit, or look just fine. And then you can climb up here, and then you have access to this bedroom, which would look a lot better if you replace the floor with grey, like that. This is a nice little cozy bedroom. I really like this. Probably my favourite room of the house. but we can come back down here, the ladders. We also have to access the third floor. No. We'll call it the penthouse, the highest point of the house. Gonna delete upwards like this, and I need to fly up. I have to delete everything that's above me, like that. That's perfect. And I have to add in a bit of a framework. So what that means is I'm going to place an oak wood plank here, and I'm also going to place an oak wood slabs here to create a block, and I want to be able to get inside of the house there. So now we have a nice flat wall that we can just place ladders on like this, come all the way up like that, all the way up to the top, go up to the top. Now we have access. That's looking pretty good. So now we can move through the entirety of the house. I just decided to add that part in. The entirety of the house we can now move around. So starting at the bottom, walk through here, place the row of ladders up here. That allows us access to the second floor, the roof part. Can walk into this room. Might want to place a stair or something here. I might even place like what might look good is maybe like a row of block of quartz or something to separate the two sets of ladders. One obviously goes up into this room, which works very nicely. We can get out onto the balcony. We can also get up to the second floor like this. Takes a little bit of a while, but there you go. That's looking pretty good. Everything works. The only thing that I'm going to do, because I think it lightens up the house a little bit, but you don't have to add this, well, you don't have to add lots of stuff, but it's up to you whether you do. I'm going to hang some oak fence from this corner of the house here. I kind of want to add it from maybe here, about here. I'm going to place like a couple of oak wood fence, glowstone underneath, just to light it up a bit. Wooden trapdoors around the glowstone. I like how it looks, to be honest. I like the hanging glowstone. I use it in a lot of my houses. It's one of my favorite things to add. I'm also going to add one here, and hanging from this back corner, maybe about here or so. Maybe make it hang a little bit lower because it has got a bit more of an opportunity to hang, maybe about 3 blocks. And it just keeps it nice and bright, and it kind of highlights the roofs as well, which I kind of like. I quite like that. It's just a silly little design feature, but it's up to you whether you want to add that. You could even add another one. The other opportunity is to hang one off of here, which might be good actually. I didn't do this in the original, but why not? Why not hang one like here? That looks pretty good. I like that. And then it just keeps around the house like nice and bright. I just kind of like it a little bit more. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the house. And there we go, guys. This is one of my favoritist modern houses that I have ever made. I really do like this one. I really love the design, and I'm definitely going to be using this sort of design structure in the future as well. I really do like how this came out. If you did enjoy this tutorial, if you like the house, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. It helps me out so much, guys. You've got absolutely no idea. Best thing you can do for the channel. Also, please consider subscribing as well, and if you do subscribe, please click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you do want to make any more things by me, please do check out the card system and the description below for all sorts of modern houses and survival houses, and we just have some weird stuff as well. This is a good part of my world to show you because we do a little bit of everything around here. Card system, description below, check out the modern house playlist and all of the others if you have an interest in building just more than modern houses. And that's pretty much everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. This week's subscriber shout out goes to Code 1, which is an awesome name. That's a pretty cool name. I've noticed you commenting on quite a few of my recent videos, and every single time I see you commenting, it's always positive, it's always great, always brightens my day up a little bit. And there was one comment in particular which was so sweet that I couldn't help but give you this shout out. Code 1 does have a YouTube channel himself. If you would like to check him out, I am going to be leaving a link in the description so you can check him out. But thank you so much for just being a great subscriber, Code 1. I really do appreciate you. And not only do I appreciate you, but I appreciate every single person that is like Code 1, who subscribes to the channel, who likes the videos, who clicks the bell, who just leaves positive comments. I really do appreciate you. Code One, and every single person like you. It really, really does just brighten my day to see these comments. And that's the best way that you can get featured at the end of one of these videos. Like the videos, subscribe, click the little bell, let me know that you've done all of that, and maybe it'll be you on the next one. If you have yourself a YouTube channel, maybe it'll get you a couple of likes, some subscribers and stuff, who knows.